Good Erev Shabbos, Young Israel. Mazel Tov to doctors Steny and Michael Kramp on the birth of a grandson born to Yoni and to Hinda. May Michael and Steny continue to enjoy Rov Nachas to Kedusha from their growing Mishpacha L'Archiyamim V'Shonim Tovim. The Tisha B'Av schedule, should it be necessary, hopefully it'll be a Yontiv, but should it not be a Yontiv, schedule is on the calendar. We'll go into more detail on Sunday, Be'ezras Hashem. We anticipate one minyan in the evening, one in the morning. Should it be necessary, based on distancing, to separate, we will go upstairs and downstairs. Won't be a problem. But we look forward to everybody coming together in good health for a beautiful Yontiv, and if necessary, Tisha B'Av as well. The Gemara has a tainus that Tana Rabbanan, Mishacharav Habayis B'Rishon, at the time of the first destruction, Nizkabtzu Kitos Kitos Shel Pirchei Kahuna, all the young Kohanim gathered on the roof of the Beis HaMikdash, Umavtechas Eichal Biyadon, carrying the keys to the sanctuary. V'Olu Lagag, went up to the roof. V'Omru, and they said, Ribbana Shalom, God, however lo zechinu lios gizbar nemanim, as we apparently were not effective guardians, custodians for the Beis HaMikdash. So here are the keys. They threw the keys towards heaven, and a form of a hand, Yadsa came pisas yad v'kiblasan biyadam, that's a form of a hand came out of the sky and caught those keys that had been thrown, cast upward by the Pirchei Kehuna. Most understand this Gemara to be obviously quite emotional, and these Pirchei Kehuna, being the young Kohanim, being heroic. Afterwards they jumped off the roof into the fire, they perished. The Gemara, the Brisa concludes. The Baron Salvation has a very different take, and he understands this episode as being a negative one. The Pirchei Kehuna shouldn't have given up. Maybe if we wouldn't have thrown the keys away, would have gotten back the Beis HaMikdash just a little bit more quickly. As a Jew is always optimistic, a Jew never gives up. A Jew never throws away those keys. It's when the first translated hardcover Kinnos came out, so a number of the older Rabbanim were very perturbed, were upset. As I understand, you want to make the experience more meaningful, but this is extravagant. Hard-covered Kinnos, translated Kinnos, we're throwing them away. Kinnos are supposed to be paperback in bad print. We're using them one time. You throw them away. You expect to use them. You expect to use them next year. You have planned programs a year in advance. All the what are you doing? We don't want Tisha B'Av. We hate Tisha B'Av. It's not supposed to be inspiring. It's a miserable day. It's a one and done. What are you printing Kinnos for? A Jew is always optimistic, which is why in the pension we Rachem No Hashem Elokeinu, we ask for compassion Al Yisrael Amecha, on Israel, Yerushalayim Yirecha, Val Tziyam Mishkan Kvadecha, Val Malchus Beis David Mishichecha, Val Abayis HaGadol HaKadosh Nikra Shimcha Alav. We ask Hashem to have compassion on His home, on the Beis HaMikdash. Asks Rabbi Yaakov Emden, Zichrono Livracha. I don't understand. The Beis HaMikdash isn't here. Ask God to rebuild the Beis HaMikdash, not have compassion on the Beis HaMikdash. You can only have compassion on something that exists. Apparently, says Rabbi Yaakov Emden, what the benching is assuming is that the Beis HaMikdash does exist. It's somewhere. We just have to work a little bit harder to ensure that it's actually here. But we're optimistic. The Beis HaMikdash is ready to return. It's here. We don't daven it should be rebuilt. We daven that Hashem should have compassion, should have Rahmanas on the Beis HaMikdash that already exists. And Be'ezras Hashem, this Bayis HaGadol will manifest itself fully for us to see. B'mheira v'yameinu, have a very good Shabbos.